Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
Driftford Brewery, Esquimalt, crafting world-class beer since 2008. This is where our beer is made. With care, intention, and respect for the process, every batch reflects the place we're from and the standards we hold ourselves to. And this is where it's enjoyed. Our tasting room, offering a rotating lineup of West Coast favorites and seasonal releases, right here in Esquimalt. Paired with Thai-inspired food from Dumpling Drop, we're open 7 days a week. Driftford Brewery, great beer, confidently made. Cheers!
All right, and welcome to another day at the RME New Holland Alberta Summit of Champions, presented by Best Western Hotel and Resorts and Sentinel Storage. We have an exciting game up. If you guys have watched my recap on the Alberta teams at this Provincials, you'll notice that we are featuring Team Vavrek, who I sort of consider a dark horse in the field, maybe not so dark, against Team Davies, the team from the U of A Bears program that's here this week. I am Kayla Skurlik, and shortly I believe I will be joined by Dan Bubala to fill some of the silence, so I'm not talking by myself in this game for 10 ends. We are already on, I think, seconds last stone with Carter Lautner throwing up a guard here. Just maybe a miss that we normally don't see from Team Davies. A flash. They were on the ice last night as well, I believe. Oh no, this is their first game, so a little bit of new ice jitters maybe in the first end of the Provincials with that untimely flash. They're playing a peel now. They did get the hammer, so they will have a shot to get one, I think, at the end of the end, but advantage is Team Vavrek right now. No troubles there, just an easy peel, and Daylan's putting back up the guard. It looked like it could be a little bit of a boring end with I believe maybe that was a corner guard that just was a little bit of an overcurl at the beginning and then Team Vavrek lobbed one on the forefoot. So it was looking like it could go to Blanksville, but with that flash, now the force is on, / the steal. All right, no mistake there. The guard goes back up, and we've got another peel. Easy peasy. Might be a little bit of a repetitive end with the guard back up. Might take this time to introduce the teams. Playing for Team Vavrek, the ones throwing right now, we have Tristan Steike playing third, and then Carter Lautner playing second, and Evan Asmussen playing lead for this team, and of course, Daylan Vavrek skipping. On Team Davies, we have Zach Davies skipping the rink with Ronan Peterson playing third, Will Butler playing second, and Adam Nogler playing lead. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too badly. This card is not curling up for them. So that'll leave their shot stone wide open and give Davies a chance to come around and maybe turn the end around with this hidden roll. We are seeing quite a bit of curl in the beginning ends, especially in the last draw. So we'll see if that is the same today. It looks like it is snapping back quite a bit. And really coming down, I think that was supposed to be a hidden roll, but ended up just tapping. Not a big deal because they got shot rock and they're buried behind the centerline guard. So I think Daylan's going to have to play the run back. A little bit shocking that that rock slowed down as much as it did. Just really fresh ice there in the middle. Nobody had played a hit out there yet in the center yet. All right, and just to clean, oh, we got the sweep on it now. And just over curled to miss that and leaves the centerline guard guarding their own. So not a terrible outcome there. Now that looks like Daylan's rock is fully buried. Team Davies will have a chance to draw another one in behind. But yeah, we're just seeing a little bit more finish in these early ends than maybe the teams are predicting. Team Davies did win the draw to pin competition at the beginning of the game, so I think this draw should be close. They have some backing as well, so there shouldn't be any mistake on this. I think if you are Team Davies and you were placing the rock in the perfect spot, you would place it top 4, so not coming down to that red one. But priority number 1 is to get second shot. I think just an easy clean. Maybe sweeping now. But it looks pretty good. No mistake there. Job 1 accomplished. Got 2 shot now in the forefoot. And it'll be up to Daylan whether he thinks he can freeze on top of that and take the whole end away, or maybe play a little bit less risky hidden roll. As Jay was telling me last night, the hidden roll is the hardest shot in the game. I don't know if I agree, but I think I would probably be playing the hidden roll here, and if you give up 2, it's still quite early. The only other shot I see besides the hidden roll of the freeze is maybe a really thin double, but I think it's a bit early to be playing that. Although maybe they are giving it a go. I think they are. It's really close. Easy. Maybe it's not too early for the double. Great shot by Daylan. Ended up staying buried, I think enough to not have a blank attempt. Maybe if you're gutsy, you play a blank on that, but it looks like it'll be a force. Excellent shot. And really good manage. On those doubles, you just sort of have to go for it and know you're hitting it really thin. And they went for it. It was as thin as it could get. All right, and they are going for the blank attempt. I think you can see half a rock there. I don't mind this at all. Just a heavy clean for now. No mistake there. Blank in the first end, a classic provincial start to the first game for these teams. Awesome, 0-0, and I'll see you after the break.
Driftford Brewery, Esquimalt, crafting world-class beer since 2008. This is where beer is made. With care, intention, and respect for the process, every batch reflects the place we're from and the standards we hold ourselves to. And this is where it's enjoyed. Our tasting room, offering a rotating lineup of West Coast favorites and seasonal releases, right here in Esquimalt. Paired with Thai-inspired food from Dumpling Drop, we're open 7 days a week. Driftford Brewery, great beer, confidently made. Cheers!
All right, and we are back with second end action. I do not think this end will be a blank, which is great news for me commentating alone. We saw both guards go up, and now Team Vavrek is coming around their centerline guard. A couple of things to point out this year at Alberta Provincials. This is the first time I'm seeing it in a long time, but there's hogline officials, I believe, on all the sheets, at least on one end. They aren't using the lights this year, which normally they would be because of problems I believe they had last year with the lights, which I can attest to on the women's side. There were a bit of issues with at least women's provincials with the lights. So it'll be interesting to see if the umps pull any. A little bit of a mistake from Team Vavrek coming a bit deep gives Team Davies the opportunity to lob a good one in the forefoot here. I always say it's a bit crazy when men's teams lob a rock heavy on a draw. They have such insane sweeping ability, so to lob it heavy is wild when they can come up like 10 feet light and still make their shot with their sweepers. Pretty good shot here from Team Davies. I know it's in the back of the forefoot, but it's frozen, which is not bad. It definitely brings 2 into play. Team Vavrek's going to have an opportunity to get shot rock here and I believe stay on the button. Sweeping it the whole way. Maybe they heard me trash talk the men's teams for coming in heavy. There's no mistake on that. That's pretty good. That's a solid rock right there from Carter Lautner. There's a couple options here. You could freeze another one on and be a bit patient, or you could play the chase on either the one in on the button there or hidden roll off the guard. I don't mind the hidden roll off the guard sort of early on. I know that's the plan B anyway with this shot, but I like the chase as well.
Hey, Kayla, this is Roy McCusker on the cameras here.
Hey,
Just thought I'd keep you company till Dan shows up.
that's great news.
Yeah,
Not
and
me just
I wanted the audience to know, I'm going to zoom in here. Every one of these Curling Alberta stickers on the handle was placed there by Kayla Skurlik over the last few days. It's a hardworking volunteer.
Oh yeah. Doing the hard stuff, putting stickers on rocks.
It's the unsung heroes really that make these events work. Sticker putter honors. I do also want to shout out the local volunteers. There's a lot of guys that helped me hang cameras. Curling Stadium had a very busy few weeks here, getting from BC to Alberta to Northern Ontario. We're covering a lot this week. So big shout out to the volunteers that helped us set everything up.
Yeah, big shout out all around to the volunteers. They also help set up a ton of the ice stuff all on Saturday and Sunday, which is pretty much the holiday season still. So they were working. I put stickers on rocks, but they did all the hard stuff, rolling out the carpets, installing the ice, setting up all the bars, which are so important. So no, they did all the work here.
This is a great event, this Alberta event. I've been doing it for a few years now, and it's just the vibes are excellent. People are serious about the curling and the venue, but everyone's real chill and making sure everyone's having a great time doing it. A few setup beers may or not be present, and it's just a great vibe. I love the Alberta event.
Me too. I'm sad not to be there. A little bit. I feel good. I feel good that we qualified for the Scotties, but it's nice to hang around and enjoy the atmosphere too. Wow, Team Davies. This is their second flash and 2 ends. I'm actually shocked they're just not picking up the ice as much as.
That's a different player as well, Kayla, hey?
Yeah.
Sorry, just working on getting my scenes here. I might just have to go to the split view for a bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Still early on in the event.
Yeah, still shaking out all the dust. Just like these players, really. No, I highlighted Team Vavrek as a team to watch this week at the Provincials. They've had such successful runs in the round robin and in the triple to make playoffs, and then they haven't quite made it past the 3-4 games. So it'll be interesting this year. Alberta men's provincials is, I think, as wide open as I've seen it in a really long time. So maybe since last year. Last year was wide open as well, but we're used to seeing Kevin Martin, Brad Jacobs, Kevin Cooey, and now there's only one giant in the field, albeit some really good up and coming curlers.
You have alluded to, undeniable golden era of Alberta, curling, men's curling especially. That was really fun to watch, especially back in the day where there was no Team Canada at the Brier. There's only one representative. So only one of Furby, Cooey, or Martin was going to the Brier each year, which is kind of sad. I'm glad that we changed that up because that should never really happen again.
Me too. Me too. I like the change. Obviously, I like the change. I'm in the I'm in the wild card spot this year, so I'm pro change,
Little
especially
bias
this year.
opinion there, Carol.
But no, I agree. It opens it up. It gives Alberta players a bit more of a chance. I remember talking when we had just joined women's and men's curling and sort of aged out of juniors, that it was easier to go to a slam than it was to win the Alberta provincials. And I think that's not the case anymore, just with Team Canada and then the wild card slots being predetermined. It's a little bit easier, but then we come here and the teams that are playing in Alberta provincials are just so good. The depth is so good in Alberta, so it's still going to be tough.
Sorry, I've been distracting you from calling the game, which you've been doing a great job at. We've got a sticky end here for Team Davies.
Yeah, just that flash has come back to punish them, and then they couldn't make contact on the run back. They have another chance at a run here. We're gonna see.
He's holding it.
Just over curled.
Oh no.
That's devastating. It's almost better to peel that than to leave it there, but Team Vavrek's gonna take a huge advantage if they end up lobbing one. I sort of like lobbing it in the top 12, just a bit overburied, and then that run back is like close to impossible to get rid of all three rocks. But if they come in top 4, it's not the worst.
Little bit saving grace there, was able to sweep it hard enough where I think, can they just see enough of that yellow to run it back again if they had to?
Yeah, it's almost framed, so maybe a blessing. That's exactly what you want your third to do, just frame a hero shot for the skip. So maybe that's exactly what Zach needs to make something huge. There will be, if Daylan puts it top 4, like fully in a line, there'll be a triple and he could stick around and change the whole end around because he is hanging on there in the back. So I know it's not looking like it, but 2 is still in play. Just depends where Daylan puts it.
All right, apologies for the lazy production this end, but here I'm going to show off what I just figured out. We have the overhead.
Oh,
so it was worth it. It was all worth it in the end.
Perfect. That looks great.
Oh, thank God. Just gassing me up. Thank you. Coming right into freeze.
Okay. Okay, there's no triple, but they can still run and stick. It's literally framed now. So
it's a bit of a dare to your opponent when you come right in like that. So Kayla, you were suggesting coming top 12, that kind of defends the steal of 1. But every time you decide to pile him in the forefoot like that, well, if I get one more miss, maybe I'll steal 2 instead of 1. It's a balance.
I agree, and if Zach doesn't make contact in the house on this one, then it's really paid off. Like steal a 2 looks pretty much guaranteed, but if he does, then 2's back in play all of a sudden.
Zach Davies, I used to, when I do this event, I do little pregame interviews with each skip. He comes off as really sports obsessed. Like he knows athletic, all the psychology. I think he watches a bunch of different sports as well. So the big shots, big moments, I don't think it bugs him too much. I think he likes throwing stuff like this.
That's awesome. Hey. Yeah, it's scary to play against a skip like that.
Hi, Kayla. I made it.
Hey.
Hey.
Just in time. It just got interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that is probably the worst miss Zach could have made. Just tight, but tight enough that it ticks another rock, I think, to be shot. I don't know if it'll matter in the end, but still leaves the guard to bury most of most of the rocks on the button.
Hey, Dan, I was just keeping your seat warm. I'll go back to jockeying cameras. You guys have a good game.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan Bobola from the Okotoks Curling Club. I had a delayed entry here, a little bit of mostly due to me being not very tech savvy, and partly due to having to do the MC work to get them on the ice. But yeah.
Yeah, you have too many jobs, Dan. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting game so far, Dan. I know the first end was a blank, but it was a fun blank. There were rocks in play.
I did see it as I was walking back and forth. Yeah, it was definitely a little bit of action. It wasn't a boring, a pretty. It wasn't a blank end. It was a bit of work to get that blank end in there.
Yeah. Daylan had to make a pretty tough double in the first end to get that blank. So definitely pretty fun. And then a few misses from Team Davies. It's looking like Daylan's gonna get a chance to just lob a guard up in front, and Zach's gonna have a really tough draw for his one.
Yeah, it looks like Davies is going to be in a situation of just trying to do some damage control.
Yeah, I would agree. It's interesting how that works. I think the odds are still that if you blank the first end, you get forced in the second end. So I wonder if that's going to be the case now. I think that's where Daylan wanted it. They talked about maybe having a guard a little bit wider to block the draw, but that's pretty close to where he wanted it. Maybe top 12, a little bit higher. It looks like there's a triple, but it's for a steal of 1. Like that rock in the back will still count. So pretty much guaranteed the steal with that. And yeah, Zach isn't even going to look twice at drawing to side pin. So there'll at least be a steal of 1 here. And if Zach's a bit high, I think that red is counting on the side as well. You can't quite see it in the view.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell who's shot there on the side. So this is you don't want to roll out on this. He needs to keep that shooter. At least full 12.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, and this is the first time throwing this this intern down the center, so we'll see what it does. Nothing yet, but it looks pretty decent. Now they're sweeping.
Oh,
great shot.
Good to stick there. Yes, and it is just the one, but yeah.
Great shot, honestly.
Limited the bleeding there.
Yeah, I think he was happy for a steal of 1.
Oh yeah.
When that was all
they would have paid for a steal of 1 at that when he went down into the hack there.
Yeah.
So it is a steal of 1 for Team Vavrek. And they will be up 1-0 after 2 here on draw 2.
Awesome.
Of the Alberta Provincials.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
All right, and we are back in N3 at the RME New Holland Alberta Summit of Champions. Starting at the end, we're seeing same setup as last end, a corner guard and a centerline guard. That centerline guard just over curled though, so it's not on the center. Or under curled maybe. Apologies.
Yeah, and I think Davies is going to press for their 2 here.
I would agree with you. Yeah, last
It
time
is the
there
third
was...
end. They'd be okay with a blank, but I don't think they want to maintain being a point down for too long.
I agree. I'm not okay with a blank. Hopefully that's not the case. But we're seeing just a bit heavy. Oh no, perfect. Perfect setup by Team Vavrek. I'd be at a little bit off the center line, but about as good as you could get.
Yeah.
After you throw that center line guard just a little bit wide.
Yeah. And really, Davey has no intention of ticking that guard, but it just gives them the luxury if they ever did try to come by tight from that guard and they accidentally rubbed it, they would still maintain their shooter. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Seeing a pretty big sweep. I wonder if it will come close to that guard. It looks by, but maybe a bit light.
Yeah, a little light. And Daylan looks happy to just put up another guard and let Davies have to do some work to get that rock off the 4-foot there.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be a stack centerline guards. Pretty much 3 centerline guards up now.
So, Kayla, I missed the first end here. I don't know if you've already talked about this, the news coming out about sweeping regulations. Did that get discussed at all here?
No, God, I was alone, so I had no one to
Yeah, no,
discuss it with,
that's fine.
but...
That's good, because for those of us that maybe just slept through the whole thing and isn't part of the email chain that announces this, do you want to talk about that at all, or do you know much about it?
I mean, I learned about it the same way I think you did, Dan, just online.
Okay.
I wasn't part of the email chain either, but I knew it was in
all right.
discussion. Yeah, there's just a couple of new rules that I think there was no in the online article. There was no date to when the new rules would actually be in effect. So I've
Right.
got to assume it's immediate, like right now, that they
Yeah.
would be in effect. But yeah, there's some new sweeping rules that don't allow for that sort of one stroke like knife that is slowing
Right.
down the rocks, which we
Mhm.
actually just talked about, I think, yesterday.
Yeah.
I love that rule. I think it's very much needed in curling right now to limit sort of what the overall goal was of sweeping was getting a bit buzzy. So now it's back. I like it. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's more in the spirit of curling to have sweeping before, like, either directionally moving a rock to curl or to keep it straight, and to, keep the rock going instead of sweeping to slow it down.
Yeah. And as we see, Carter Lautner just replaced the guard that got peeled off the shot before, and we're going to see another, I believe this is a double run back attempt.
Yeah, at least a double peel.
Yeah.
It looks pretty close too.
And there he goes, got the double peel. Still leaves a guard up there, and Daylan calling right away for another guard wants to make sure that Davies doesn't have clear access to that yellow rock. But getting back to that sweeping rule, whenever these sort of rules, now they're regulating a motion. This isn't about the fabrics or the type of equipment being used. And whenever you're trying to regulate emotion, it's always going to come down to how do you enforce it. The devil's going to be in the details, and what constitutes a single slow stroke versus a plow versus any other kind of motion. So the wording that's going to come out and how the enforcement is going to take place was really going to be key. And I understand what you're talking about with the spirit. It's just spirits are sometimes hard to enforce. It's you need at some point you need a bit of a clear cut definition of what is allowed and what isn't. So we're curious to see how that is worded and enforced.
I agree. I think that'll be
Yeah.
the most interesting how it's enforced. But it was a much needed rule change. It's funny, these rule changes always come up in January. The
Yeah.
black foam controversy also came up last year in January, so
Well, yeah. I mean, you get into the season, and a lot of these governing bodies say, no, hey, we got to stick with the rules we have until the season's done, and then but then there's enough pushback from it, and we say, well, it's almost like when they're on the eve of the major events, like the nationals coming up, they've got to say, oh well, do we really want this taking place at our national, or do we need to get this straightened out before? And they're in a tough position. I don't know when the right time to do it necessarily is. I can understand, but it is, you're right, it is funny how they come up. It'd be nice to do it in the summer when everyone's off and you can start your season and start building towards your majors having these rules in place.
yeah, we'll see if it gets that way. I don't mind the rule change now though. It's totally
Yeah.
fine. Interesting calls by Daylan. There were a couple opportunities where he could have just hidden rolled that yellow top 12 rock and had the force, but he's continued to put up the guard. I like the guard calls.
Yeah.
Like no complaining here, but it's definitely a bit gutsy. I
Well,
think he's gonna put up the guard again, if I'm honest
I
with
think
you.
so too. And as you see how they these their rocks roll, you see the frustration there. They know that rolled into a spot that it does sort of create. It's still blocking a path. Daylan's probably going to have to place a guard here again, like you said. But yeah, these roll offs that they're getting on these run back attempts are actually not rolling a good spot for Team Davies. So Daylan's probably thinking we'll just keep putting up a guard because we're shot, and at the most, if Davies makes a really good shot, he's going to get two, and they'll only be down one with. But there's a steal opportunity been here all end.
Yeah, I agree. It's looking like pretty good chance of a steal. Team Davies is blocked off. I think both draw sides. Maybe they can come through that port, but it's looking like it'll be a run back for an angle run for 2 if Daylan keeps putting up the guard. A really hard angle run back for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Team Davies has just been chasing for the last 2 ends now on a few untimely errors. It's not gonna kill their game. Like max they give up is a steal of 1 here, and they can still get 2, but just if they stick with it and have the patience to stick with it. Pretty good shot by Daylan, guards the right side of that yellow rock as well. Team Davies is going to have to peel. They're looking like they're going to try a triple peel. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dan.
The motion based on his broom here is indicating it's going to go in. Well, there's going to be. It looks like 3 rocks would be hit, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to end up being a triple peel. That middle yellow rock as it comes off the third rock in that sequence there, the second yellow rock, it may end up spilling. It looks like it's going to be coming back towards the house, depending on how fat or thin he hits it.
Yeah, I like the double peel for sure. And to open up that side, I think you're sort of, at this point, I would be happy with a draw to the button for one,
Yeah.
because the only other option is that angle run. And I think that's what they decided as well, which is great.
The concern would be, getting a jam, leaving a center guard, and taking away your angle run in the process. You get rid of that one on the corner, you could end up just guarding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, nothing changes. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree with you. Looks like he's really close on this.
Yeah. Oh.
Just skinnied that yellow too. If he had
Yeah.
touched that yellow, that would have been excellent. Still great shot, but he's going to have a couple of opportunities now. Daylan's going to have to place the guard perfectly. The only other thing Daylan could do now is actually just lob one in the 8-foot
Yeah.
as well, but he's going to place the guard. I like
Would you ever play? Is it too risky to play a hit and roll and leave them an easy shot for one, but guarantee no possibility to play two?
I like it. I think you could do either. You could do any of the three and it's still a force probably. Hidden roll. I don't think the only thing is I don't think they've seen this at all, the hidden roll. And you'd hate to roll out and all of a sudden give Team Davies a blank when it was not looking like a blank the whole end. But or jam. Worst case scenario, jam and give them 2 when it was looking like a steal the whole end. But I don't mind lobbing it in the 8-foot. The guard's good too. If he makes the guard, it's excellent. And it's looking like it's going to be okay. I know they're not cleaning it, but
yeah.
Oh, just over curled.
No. Oh yeah.
Wow, I'm shocked. They didn't sweep that at all for line.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
They just watched. Yeah. I don't
But
know if they
maybe it
kept thinking it
picked.
was going to die or. Well, but I mean, if it picked, then that's even more of a
No.
reason that they should have. That's what they should have been cleaning it.
I agree. I'm a big advocate of the clean.
Yeah.
But okay, well, now this is a chance, sort of out of the blue. The risk of
out of
playing
nowhere.
that guard is if you don't make it perfect, it's hard to place guards. So if you don't make it perfect, Team Davies was going to have this. But we will see. It's the first time they've played this path ever, because it's their both of the teams' first games as well on the ice. So it looks like a pretty easy short run for 2.
Yep, just got to cross nose a millimeter.
Yeah. Even if they don't, it'll be close, I think. But
yeah,
just
probably okay with nose if you got the right weight for this.
Listen, if I'm Team Davies, I'm happy with 1. It was looking like a draw to the pin for 1 the whole end. So if they get 1 out of this, it's great. Just cleaning the whole way down. It's floating back a little bit.
That. He had a pretty strong set on that release there.
I think it's gonna come back, but maybe.
Just glances it, and it is a steal
of 1.
Another steal for Vavrek to go up 2-0 after 3 ends here at this second draw of the Alberta Provincial Championships.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. We'll be back after the break.
We'll be back.
Driftford Brewery, Esquimalt, crafting world-class beer since 2008. This is where beer is made. With care, intention, and respect for the process, every batch reflects the place we're from and the standards we hold ourselves to. And this is where it's enjoyed. Our tasting room, offering a rotating lineup of West Coast favorites and seasonal releases, right here in Esquimalt. Paired with Thai-inspired food from Dumpling Drop, we're open 7 days a week. Driftford Brewery, great beer, confidently made. Cheers.
All right, and we are back in N4 action here. 2 steals by Team Vavrek in the second and third end have them leading by 2. Team Davies, I believe, will put up the corner guard, and Team Vavrek, no mistake there, touches the center line, and it's a center line guard up. We might have seen it, potentially we would have seen maybe a change in strategy from Team Vavrek to lob it in the top 4, but I like it, sticking with their roots. Team Davies too, maybe changing gears. They're coming around that center line guard. I'm a bit shocked by this. They should be gunning for 2, but maybe they're just seeing their box strategy isn't working as well as they thought it might. So they're changing gears to be the first one sort of in the rings. All right, and we have Evan here throwing up the freeze for the first time all game.
And I was just checking some social media posts, and apparently there has been a request to show more lead rocks. So I think Evan has a fan out there that wants to see more of him throwing. So if we can, we'll try to accommodate that request.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Leads matter too. So
they do. Yeah.
that's why on our team, our lead sits in the house with me so that she can get some TV time.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of a mistake too by Evan. It's lucky we saw these lead rocks this end, but came up just racking on his center line guard. It's giving Davies a chance to lob another one in the rings, but it came up really, really short. I'm shocked by that, actually.
Yeah.
All right, lots of guards in play now. I think Daylan's gonna have just a nose run back with Carter Lautner here throwing. Pretty good throw.
Looks pretty close.
Really close.
Tristan with the sweep, trying to hold that, and got a good one.
Oh, no mistake there. Easy.
Changes the complexity of the end here pretty quick.
Yep, no kidding. Now we see Team Davies just chasing again. This is going to be just with no corner guards up, everything in the middle. It's going to be a hard way to score 2 or 3. You know, they're trying to be patient. There's still a long game left, but I'm really shocked there was no corner guard. Looking close though. No mistake there. And they have a corner, albeit a bit far away.
Yeah, but there are, I know they're not 2 center guards, but there are 2 guards covering part of the 4-foot. One of them belonging to Vavrek, and Vavrek's going to try and take advantage of that. Draw one around there.
Yeah, exactly. Sweeping right out of the hand, though. And needing it to curl. Evans.
Well, Evan doing a little dance there. Yeah, you see Evans. We mentioned him, and he's getting a lot of attention this end. So
Yeah, he is. They're calling their own line out there, but it's worked out for them.
Good. There you go. The Asmussen fan club will like that.
Yeah, great sweep. A bit chaotic sweep, but really, really good sweep to get that by and get it buried. Team Davies being a bit gutsy here, coming around everything to sit in the 4 foot.
Coming around. They got to get full 8 foot is now the target or the scoring area for them here. So they come around, sit. If they can sit full 4 and then try and figure out a way to get their second point later. Yeah. I mean, you can't just spend when you're down 2, you can't spend the whole game just peeling and trying to clear stuff. You're going to have to go in at some point.
I agree. I thought maybe they would try the wide draw that they just played, but this is fine too. This is good. If they get buried, it's great. Knifing it over there.
Good too.
And maybe
probably went a little deeper than they intended to, but it's in the rings.
I find that happens when Carter was throwing his draw, it was quite fresh, like the first one down, and then they swept it the whole way end to end to get it there, and I think it just polished up the path a little bit too much because Team Davies was sweeping that. They were sweeping it for weight at the beginning, so just a little bit tricked. Giving Team Vavrek the opportunity to come in for another good one here. It's really curling on them. That really broke hard, but it's looking like a great shot if it's top 4. Yeah.
Yeah, great shot.
Really great shot. No mistake there by Tristan.
Good draw. Yeah. Now trying to tap that back.
Pretty much the same weight they just threw.
Yeah. It's pretty much, throw the exact same shot you just played. The concern here is rolling back to center and then making the shot easier for Team Vavrek.
Yeah, and there's unless they can nose it, which I don't think they can. Like maybe I'm just being pessimistic here, but unless they can nose it, like they're always rolling back a little bit, and it'll leave Team Vavrek a really good opportunity to set up a steal again. This one's hanging for them, though.
Yeah,
this might not.
Oh, they're not even going to have contact here, are they? No, that is.
Oh no.
You know that the ice here, there is a decent amount of curl here. It is going to be that weight sensitive ice, where as soon as you kind of up the weight a little bit, that curl is going to come a lot later. Like as you see that shot that they've played, it's buried, 3/4 buried around that the rock they were trying to hit. The curl is there, but you really got to judge the differences in that extra weight is going to play. The Davies team is a team that has a pretty solid set, and just gotta. It's like a tightrope on some of these line calls when you're trying to be that precise on a shot.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm shocked here too. I think Daylan had the opportunity to come in again for to sit another one frozen, and they've decided to throw a guard. I like the call, and it's perfect. So like, hey, that's great. But yeah, drawing in another one would have left a double potentially. Double.
Yeah, sometimes you look at those shots and you say, well, if I can get them to waste a shot here, maybe peeling, although they're not they're talking about drawing in. But yeah, it's like you said, sometimes you try to come in for that to sit 3, but you end up leaving a double and you almost make it easier for them sometimes. So
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I like the guard call a lot, and I like the come around call quite a bit as well. I think the
Yeah.
chances of you making contact with the run on the 4 rocks you need to make contact on, like, they're just not having that success with their run backs yet.
Yeah. And is
This draw
this?
looks pretty close if they can sweep it
Yeah.
there.
They really got to go to get it there. I think it's just short.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Sort of the
Yeah.
worst
I mean,
case scenario.
it's second shot, and it's over buried on that long guard, which would make any kind of a tap up potential really tough.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think they're
It's
looking at. I think they're talking more about what shots does he have, and
yeah.
then what do you want to take away?
Yeah, I think he knows, like, they're gonna be playing Zach Davies is gonna be playing sort of a miracle shot for 2, like, there's not gonna be anything, uh, really that great, and Team Davies is going to want their 2, they're not going to wanna give up a steal or take 1 this end. So, Daylan's just trying to figure out which miracle shot Team Davies is gonna like better, and I think coming in top 4, if it's made perfect, is really, really good shot, but it has to be perfect, which is really tough, whereas the guard and the, tight guard zone to top 12 zone has more room for error for sure, but leaves a little bit more of an opening for Team
Yeah.
Davies. And I think, honestly, just, Daylan and the team's experience, Tristan Stenke, Evan Asmussen, Daylan Vavrek, Carter Lautner, they've all played in arenas. They've definitely had success at Alberta Provincials on the arena ice, and they just know a little bit more about exactly what you said, like how weight sensitive arena ice can be. And I think that's where they're seeing their edge against Team Davies quite a bit, who's a younger team and hasn't quite played as many
Yeah.
Alberta provincials and on as many arena surfaces as these guys have.
Right. Here they are coming out wide to make this draw, or this guard here, I should say.
Mhm.
And
It's
yeah.
it's pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
it's actually really good. Like, if he came any deeper, I was afraid maybe Zach would have, an all-you-can-see run back to
Yeah. No,
maybe
he's got in a great spot, and as you can see, they walked right over to to look at that corner guard, which this is not an
I
ideal sort of setup that you want here.
and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the corner guard is just not placed well enough that this in-off is easy by any means, and there's no slash really, so
Yeah.
it's a corner guard that
What do you think?
wasn't drawn there, but
Yeah.
it's tough.
What do you think we're looking at? Quarter rock here to make this? It's
Less
definitely
less
we're
than
well
that.
less than that. Okay, yeah. Whenever you start getting into that thinner a call, it gets really tough.
Yeah, you wanna probably go to almost flash it, and then if you do flash it, it's, you
Yeah.
have one more shot at it, so, like,
Yeah.
it's better that than to hit it thick, roll into the center, and leave yourself
Yeah.
nothing on your last.
It's almost difficult to hit it and roll through.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one's over curling on them,
And
which
that
is
isn't that what you didn't want to happen there?
maybe it's gonna be
Although
okay. Looks okay. It rolled into the
it
open, so,
I
like,
think we're gonna yeah.
not terrible,
It's
but
it's usable, but Vavrik's they walked right over to it. They see the danger in that rock, and I think he just wants to eliminate it. You do have to be careful. You can't go high side here.
yeah.
Looks like he can from the hack. It's probably going to be edge to edge.
Yeah, I think they'll
Maybe
have
there's
some air,
maybe a
but
little bit of daylight.
it's very makeable shot. Very makeable
Yeah.
shot to hit and roll. I think if I were Team Davies, I'd already be visualizing the outturn draw to the side of the button there.
Button. Yeah.
What and honestly, I know I said that Team Davies is gonna want there too, but to get one here and sort of change the momentum isn't the worst thing if
Yeah.
they make a peach of a draw. Like that changes the momentum from where the steel train has been happening.
Yeah. They need a positive outcome here. You know, they've
I
been
agree.
facing they haven't had a shot for 2 yet. This looks like it's going to be pretty close.
I would agree.
By the
It's
guard. Yeah, this is a good shot.
excellent shot. Zach's gonna have his choice now. He could play that slash double or he could draw to the pin. If I were throwing, I'd just play the draw to the pin, but it's there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the team agrees.
Can you hurt yourself playing that slash? I guess you'd have to
Yep.
get pretty wide. You hit that red rock kind of thin and go red onto yellow and give up 2 to 3.
Yeah, you could hurt yourself. It's
Yeah.
probably
So
2, but I think
can't hurt yourself on the draw. So
no. You're already hurting. You already gave up 2
Yeah.
steals. You just want to make a shot as a skip. Like
Yeah.
I don't care what shot it is. You just want to stop the steel train from happening.
I'll see if I can get a time on this delivery here. I happen to have good views of the hog lines from where I'm situated, so we'll see what we can get here.
Perfect.
All
All right, and they like it so far. Just a heavy clean.
Hard clean. He's leaning on that pretty hard. They might think it's just a little light.
Looks like they
He's
think
out
it
there
needs to
really wide. They got to
curl.
carve this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
And
15-9.
oh wow,
They're already kicking it away. Yeah, that ice is not that fast. 15-9. Yeah, it's another steal here for Vavrek. They're up 3-0 after 4 here of this draw 2 of the Alberta Championships.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. I'll talk to you after the break.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I thought purpose had to be big, like changing the world. But then there's the little things, like fueling someone's car before an early shift, or helping someone find the perfect bottle to toast a special occasion, making sure the shelves are full so a family can cook dinner, so those kids can have their favorite treats. Like giving back, like making everyone's day just a bit better. Maybe that's exactly our purpose.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
All right, here we are back at end number 5 of the first round action here. Second draw, but first round action here. Vavrek up 3-0 over Davies.
And we are seeing a corner guard be placed.
Yeah, so Vavrek draws in. First one goes top 8. Davies puts up the corner. Vavrek, is he going to put up a guard or is he going to? Yeah, he's going to go with a guard. Slightly off center.
Yeah, this
Same centers. Yeah.
I'm shocked this overcurled so much. Evan's first one there. I think it overcurled. It might have undercurled. Didn't see it for sure, but
Yeah.
it really moved on them.
Yeah. And so the big question for Davies is, what are they going to do with their second shot? Are they going to? You think we're going to see a second corner come up, or do you think they're going to try and come into the house? If we assume that this is a guard.
God, if I were them, we'll see where this guard goes. Now that we sort of see
This
that.
looks like it's got a fair bit of weight. I think it's going to end up in the house.
Yeah. If it ends up in the house, you gotta lob another guard, I think. But if it is a guard and it's off center, this will be in the house for sure, though.
Yeah.
It's looking interesting. For this, it's more like, do you put up the stacked guard or they're not even
They're
putting up
going
a guard.
in.
Never mind.
I didn't see that. Of my predictions, like my options were going to be, like you said, the stack guard, the split guard, or with them going in, do you ever just throw like a backline waiter to try and stay frozen onto that top one? Which was probably a low probability. I didn't think they'd go in right away here.
Yeah. The rocks that Evan threw weren't perfect, so let me just see. I think they could have threw another corner and been sitting in the 8-foot and had a chance on their next ones, but okay, buried. Third shot here.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's perfect. I don't think
Yeah.
Daylan can chase it. Although Daylan is sitting 1 and 2, he's gonna throw essentially a corner guard up. So Davies is gonna have a chance here, but I am really shocked they're playing it a bit different than I thought they would this end.
Yeah.
I know it's the 5th, but they're down 3.
Yeah, this is going to be a tighter guard as well.
Yeah, makes sense. Even if they go in here, it's not the worst, but they need it to curl. Dan, we did notice in the last game that things started straightening up in the 5th end. So we'll see if that happens again.
Yeah.
They're playing a run back and they're not planning to stick, I don't think. Maybe they are, and I just am looking at it wrong.
Yeah, I would imagine that they would want to stick. They need Yellow Rock sticking around.
I agree with you.
This way, yeah.
100%.
You're right. I don't know what the call is, but my suggestion would be that they want to keep as many yellows in the rings as they can, or in play as they can. And this one's just going to roll out to the boards.
Yeah,
So
and you see
and now
Daylan.
Daylan's, didn't wasted no time. They knew exactly what they were going to do, and
yeah, and although Evan's rocks are a little bit off center, they're perfectly lined up. So normally you'd be able to, if there were a stagger, Davies would be able to use Evan's rocks as like some sort of guard, like desperate guard attempt, but they're perfectly in a line. So any rock they lob behind those, Team Vavrek's going to have a really easy run to get rid of their rock.
And so here Davies is going to be guarding third shot, and he knows full well that Vavrek's just going to peel. I think what he's counting on here is go a little later into the end, just having them exchange rocks and see if he can maybe make a double on those reds at some point. But like you said, it's going to be tough to do because of how well they're frozen to each other.
Yeah. I think if you were Team Davies, Dan, how many more guards would you throw up?
To be honest, I'd probably make this the last one. I'd almost I kind of would like to move those red rocks a little bit, and you don't even have to get them out of play. I kind of like those backline, jiggle stuff up kind of shots, and you hope for you hope for a jam at some point. You're probably not going to get it, but sometimes you do get lucky and you get one. But you're in a position here where you're going to be scoring. You got to try and do everything to generate 2 here, and realistically, you're probably going to need a miss out of your opponent at some time. So just try and generate that miss. And to me, that comes from trying to make a play on those those red rocks now, not to remove them, just to move them around.
I agree with you. I don't mind, although I just said the disadvantage, I don't mind. They're throwing another guard. Fair enough. I think this should be their last one. I don't mind coming around those red rocks on the next shot to be half open and then sort of tempting Team Vavrek into playing on those reds. They're just literally so perfect in a line right now that you need Team Vavrek to move them around for you. And I think they will if you're half buried / fully buried in the back 8 foot. So let's see what happens.
That is a good option, is to try and draw around those reds.
I
think sorry, I was going to say it kind of comes down to personal preference, what it is that you like to do. I see that like it's a good outcome. I see that as being a little more difficult than trying to, like, let's say maybe throw a backline nose hit on that top one. But I mean, it's a better outcome if you make it, So.
Yeah, maybe not too. Like you have the main goal for Davies is to try to jiggle around the reds, whether you do it or Team Vavrek does it, and make sure you don't leave a double. Like, do not leave a double. That's all Team Vavrek wants. So
and here you go. They're putting up another guard. So I think based on the conversation you and I had, we both probably feel this is too many guards, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if Daylan doesn't peel, then maybe no. Yeah, if Daylan didn't peel this, then maybe we're wrong, right? Then if Daylan ends up trying to throw a guard on that, then we're in the wrong. But with this peel now, Team Davies is going to have to make a move, and unfortunately those rocks sitting on the 8 foot aren't in a position where they can be doubled out and you stick around. So we'll see. Maybe they have a plan though, and I don't mind a creative plan to make something happen here.
And while we watch this peel attempt come down here, we'll just do a quick scoreboard analysis. We just have over on sheet D, Miller versus Skifford. They are in the 5th end right now. Skifford is up 4-2. Sorry, they just completed the 5th. Sheet C, we got Molding versus Lushak. Lushak is up 4-3 as they play the 5th, and they have no, that's scoreboard is wrong. They don't have hammer. Molding has hammer. We got the hammer in the wrong spot on that scoreboard, but and Sachinsky versus Hammond. Sachinsky is up 4-3. Sachinsky has hammer as they are playing the 5th end there.
Awesome.
And Vavrek was successful in his peel there. Davies now going to make the play here. So let's see. Can he get the double and stick?
We will see. Maybe I was wrong on this one.
And
not bad. Didn't get the double, but
didn't get the double. The problem is, I mean, he's sitting 2. I think he's sitting 2. It's close.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a fairly easy double for Daylan right now. When I say fairly easy, it's definitely a makeable double.
Definitely makeable. But you never know. This is how 2 comes into play, and they moved it enough to be sitting 1 and 2. So not that bad. I know Daylan here, he's sort of in a similar boat. If he even just rolls over and nudges that yellow rock, I think there won't be a double back.
Well, and even a nose hit, The miss is to miss it fat here, because even a nose hit, they can't. Davies can't nose hit back.
Yeah, and it looks like Daylan knew that.
But that wasn't good.
No, shoot. Just got caught in the middle.
Yeah, got the one, and I think. Are we able to see his Davies sitting one?
I don't know if it'll even matter, Dan, but I think they are.
Well, I guess it just
not
matters whether
sitting
he
one.
has the free draw or does he have to hit and roll here.
Yeah, based on their
that-
looks like Team Vavrek is sitting one now.
Yeah, it's definitely close enough that you have to be play. But you're
Yeah.
right. I think it is. So it's not can't be a nose hit. I think they got to be somewhat inside on this. Maybe
Yeah,
nose just gets it, but
I think they
cannot-
have to roll.
cannot hit this on the high side.
No, that's for sure. And this is interesting.
wonder
This
what-
part of the ice on sheet C really straightened up in this end. So
We'll be seeing.
Let's
This is
see.
really going to come down to weight control here. The Davies team does have a pretty positive set here,
I agree.
which could hold it straight for them. He's throwing it pretty gentle, like not a ton of weight on this one.
And no
They're calling
clean.
it the curl. They're calling it the curl. That's. I don't think they're happy with this. Nope. Yeah.
Just one. Team Vavrek got out of that one.
Good. Held them. Vavrek holds Davies to 1, so Vavrek will be up 2 at the half, and we'll start the second half with Hammer when we come back from the break here.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Driftford Brewery, Esquimalt, crafting world-class beer since 2008. This is where beer is made. With care, intention, and respect for the process, every batch reflects the place we're from and the standards we hold ourselves to. And this is where it's enjoyed. Our tasting room, offering a rotating lineup of West Coast favorites and seasonal releases, right here in Esquimalt. Paired with Thai-inspired food from Dumpling Drop, we're open 7 days a week. Driftford Brewery, great beer, confidently made. Cheers.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
When I was younger, I thought purpose had to be big, like changing the world. But then there's the little things, like fueling someone's car before an early shift, or helping someone find the perfect bottle to toast a special occasion, making sure the shelves are full so a family can cook dinner, so those kids can have their favorite treats, like giving back, like making everyone's day just a bit better. Maybe that's exactly our purpose.
No,
Yeah,
but
fair.
that's like 3 times that.
All right, and we are back in action here at the RME New Holland Alberta Provincials. I might have butchered that name. It got a name change really recently. On sheet B, I believe we have Sluchinski versus Hammond in a really tight matchup. 4-3 for Team Sluchinski, but Team Hammond has the hammer. Then on Team C, we have Team Molding versus Team Halushak. I believe that's the right pronunciation.
I believe they want to say Lushak.
Lushak?
The H
Okay.
is Lushak. The H is silent.
Okay, sick. Lushak, and we have a pretty tight matchup. I think Molding scored another 3 to crack the game sort of open at 6-4 here. And then last but not least, we have Miller versus DeSchifford, and maybe Dan, you want to take this one?
Yeah. So about to throw there is Abby Desormo, and when I did the introductions today to the audience here of the players, I completely butchered her name, and so I want to apologize to Abby Desormo, who's throwing right now. Sorry for getting your name wrong, even though I walked up, asked you how to say it, and I said it correctly in front of you. I made the mistake when we got up there, which sometimes happens. So, Abby, congratulations on being at Provincials, and I'm sorry for the error in pronouncing your name.
Thanks, Dan. All right, and we have, sorry, what happened in that first rock with Team Davies? Was it thrown through maybe, or?
You know what? I didn't see it.
That's totally fair. Either
yeah.
way, a full 0 miss from Team Davies on their first. Maybe got tricked a little bit by the mop that happened in the 5th end break, and Team Vavrek took advantage by lobbing a winger out there on the side.
Yep.
Now they're going to come around, and Team Davies is going to maybe be doing what they're doing all game so far and just playing catch up a little bit.
Yeah, and I think there, with 5 ends to go, you don't have hammer. Is holding your opposition to 1. This might be the last time you can afford to do something like that. I think they'd love to steal, but a deuce, giving up a deuce here is going to make it very tough for Davies to come back against Vavrek, which is a very good hitting team.
I agree. But you never want to go down 4, or you never want to go up 4. It's the curse.
Oh,
when you go
up 4.
up 4, you just lose the game. It's crazy how it happens.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding.
I got a league game tonight. If you're within 4 after 6 ends, it's a nail biter.
You would be surprised how many times we've given away the game at 4. But
yeah.
But no, a little bit of a mistake, I think, with Team Vavrek coming a bit deep. Team Davies is going to have a chance here to maybe sit for the first time all game in an advantage point with a good draw. And it's looking pretty close,
pretty
maybe a
good.
bit heavy, but
It's heavy, but Davies is sitting shot for the moment, which hasn't happened in a while.
yeah. Yeah, and Team Vavrek's going to chase. I think they can see a very thin half from the hack, but this ice is sort of made to chase, so we shall see. If they do catch the guard, it's not the worst case scenario. That's for sure. And it looks like Carter thought so as well. He's a little bit tight and they're sweeping it the whole way. Looks really close. Yeah, no
looks like he's got
mistakes
it.
there.
Yeah.
Now if you're Team Davies, you really want to steal. It's looking like that or a 3-ball. But maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself here.
Yeah.
Really great shots by, I just want to highlight Team Vavrek's front end. We have Evan Asmussen and Carter Lautner. They're sort of putting all of their rocks in a position that has Team Davies chasing the whole game. And when that happens in the front end, it makes the skips shots and the third shots way easier. So they're doing all they can. The front end doesn't get enough attention in curling, and it sets up the whole end for you. They set up the whole end for you every end.
And, this team does not play a lot on the tour. They enter a few events, but they tend to get. I didn't see specifically what they did this season, but I know that Daylan, being a farmer, he's got to deal with the harvest, and they kind of get a late start into the season. I don't think they play a ton of events, but they end up at provincials a heck of a lot.
Yeah, they end up at provincials and they end up in the playoffs a heck of a lot too.
Yeah. Like, I think if you do the ratio, the amount of games they play, and how many of those games are at a provincial, they probably have one of the highest ratios going of provincial games versus total games.
I would agree with you. Yeah, their season I think was a bit rocky this year. I don't think they played as much as they had the previous year. And they actually lost the first provincial qualifier and had to play in the last chance to get here.
Yeah, we helped them get here. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, this is part of my punishment for failing to qualify, is commentating on their game. Hey, it's a life I chose. So it's okay.
That's fair. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a tough team to play in a last chance event.
Yeah.
They probably should have qualified before the last chance event, but they were on fire in that one. We saw Team Davies sort of an untimely miss. They had the opportunity to play a hidden roll back to the center and just rolled out, and now we're seeing Team Vavrek take advantage of that a little bit.
Yeah.
Laying 2, the blank is still very much alive. Maybe that's sort of what Team Davies wanted, looking at the 3 rocks in the rings. They had bailed on their steal attempt and went for just the blank, forcing the blank, as you would say. But
yeah,
they're just going to play this hidden roll now.
But a blank also, it just shortens the game for Davies. So
I don't disagree with you. And this
Yeah.
one's really over curling. I think we might see a rollout. Maybe it holds on to the back there, but no, it looks like it pretty easily
Yeah.
rolls out. And it's going to give Daylan a chance to put one in a spot that's a hard double.
Now, if you're Daylan in this situation, would you ever just consider peeling out your own and going ahead and trying to get that blank? Would that be a poor strategy?
Maybe.
Would we ever see Kayla Skrlik pull a move like that at the Scotties, being up to with in the 6th?
Listen, we could debate whether I want to come home with hammer tied or if I want to go up to without for days probably and have different opinions. But on this one, I'd probably lob it in the rings and at least make Davies have to throw a double to force me into the blank. To go up 5-1 in the sixth is a huge advantage that I think I'd take.
Right.
Unless I was at the Scotties, then I would be avoiding going up 4. So I'd probably peel out my own. Just kidding.
Yeah.
And I think Team Davies is playing a hit and roll. The double is tough, really tough. So I think they'll just be hitting and rolling on this one. And this is really close to the spot where they overcurled earlier in the end. I think they're taking a little bit extra ice on this, but the spot does swing if you don't have a good set on it. All right, they like it so far, just a heavy clean.
Oh, calling it to curl. That seems to be a common trend here.
I agree, but it looks like a pretty good roll.
That's about as good you could have done, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe rolled it a hair more, but pretty great. There's going to be a double.
They actually overcurled it.
Yeah, they did. I would agree with you. Yeah, number one priority is staying in the rings, so totally fair. But yeah, just overcurled a shade. We're gonna see now. See, this is an instance where Daylan could nose it and the blank is still alive, but he's gonna try to roll and keep the 2 in play and make sure that he at least forces Team Davies into a double to get the blank. Even if Daylan's forced here, it's not the worst. He'll go up 3, which is
Yeah, I don't think you ever mind being up 3.
I agree. And this double,
I don't care how many ends are left or whether you have hammer or not. I don't think you ever mind being up 3. So
yeah, I never mind being up 3.
Yeah.
They did leave a double here, although it was pretty impossible not to be honest. But if you're Team Davies, do you ever debate nosing it and maybe forcing Daylan into a tougher shot? I don't think so. You never want to go.
Well, if that was, I don't mind that sort of philosophy of making it tougher, but they should have probably been doing that a few shots ago, trying to corner freeze to something or trying to generate something that way. I don't like saving that for the last shot of the end. If you play your whole end that way, but yeah, I think you're now kind of hoping for the blank or a force here.
Yeah, I agree. Just the blank. Maybe it's a commentator's curse, but I don't think Daylan's gonna miss the blank attempt. But this is really curling. Hey, not a bad shot.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Shoot, that just overcurled a little bit. I think he sort of got over a bit on his release, and Daylan's gonna have just off nose hit for 1. Even if he rolls out, it's not terrible. Even if he stuffs and sits there, I think pretty hard not to score 1. He is playing the out turn at this, which leaves a little bit less room, but I like it, whatever he's comfortable with, and he just played it. Yeah, it'll be a tough shot to miss. Even with the jam, he should sit shot rock.
Yeah.
If he rolls out, so be it. He gets his one, and it's pretty good to score in the 6th end and go up 3 after 6. Let's see if he can do it, though.
Looks like he's throwing a control weight here.
Yep, and they're just cleaning it. Sweeping it now. It's moving, but it looks pretty good, if I'm honest with you.
They seem to like it.
No mistake there.
And there's the deuce. So they're in a cursed position here, being up 4. And after 6 ends, after 6 ends of this opening round or first round of the Alberta Championships.
Awesome, and we'll see you after the short break.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Driftford Brewery, Esquimalt, crafting world-class beer since 2008. This is where beer is made. With care, intention, and respect for the process, every batch reflects the place we're from and the standards we hold ourselves to. And this is where it's enjoyed. Our tasting room, offering a rotating lineup of West Coast favorites and seasonal releases, right here in Esquimalt. Paired with Thai-inspired food from Dumpling Drop, we're open 7 days a week. Driftford Brewery, great beer, confidently made. Cheers.
All right, looks like we got a bit of a freeze on the camera, so I'll have
Yeah.
to reset things. And
Okay.
just hold tight, guys. We'll get the game going as soon as we can. There we go. Ba-bam.
All right. Had a bit of a technical glitch there, but I think we are back on.
Awesome, and I'm back too.
All right.
All right.
So, Davies with a uphill battle here. It's going to be real tough.
Yep. Yep. Now are we going to see the 2 corner guards, Dan? That's the question.
I don't see how he's motioning in.
All right. It's not and listen, like, it's not a terrible strategy to go in on your lead's second. Like, either way, you're going to be going in. You have one more guard to throw after this. So you can throw, if it's perfect and it's fully buried, we'll probably see Team Vavrek throw the guard anyway on the center line, and then Team Davies can throw their second guard, but just a little bit unconventional.
Yeah.
And it is good. I think pretty buried. I don't know if Daylan will chase it or not. He definitely can. You can see I think a quarter. And yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, if you throw light enough weight, like a hack or even a light board, even if you clip that that yellow guard, it's probably not going out of the rings.
Yeah, you'd have to hit it pretty thick. So it's like you said, if he motioned for like a just through kind of way.
Mm-hmm. And that is the problem with not throwing the second guard, is if you don't get buried, all of a sudden this shot is possible, and you might not get the opportunity to throw your second guard.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not curling too much. Evan's trying to curl it over
He's got to
here.
be close.
And it's just going to hair it. They
Okay.
stayed in for third shot, and it's now it's pretty open.
But now there's a couple of red rocks behind the tee line.
Mm-hmm.
So Davies probably has to take advantage of this. Yeah, kind of like you're probably going to need a bit of a freeze. A tap isn't too bad.
Yeah, I like the tap. To sort of build the wall in the back of the 4-foot there. That makes it pretty scary for Daylan.
Could you throw the well, what would be a right-hander's out turn to freeze to that one that's kind of on the side of the button there?
Yeah, definitely. Like,
yeah,
that's a really good shot. Daylan will probably just peel it out if it's not perfect, but he's going to be doing that on. This is sort of a throwaway shot as well. I think they'll tap it into the hole there, and Daylan will peel out that yellow that they're throwing right now. It is over curling, I think, but it looks pretty close. Really, really close.
All right. Well, the pocket is definitely set up there.
Yeah, I agree. Is there a double on those yellows?
There is.
We might need the overhead angle. Oh, sick.
It looks like, from my vantage, it looks like a fat half.
Yeah, I'm shocked they're playing.
Oh, but he's playing the guard. Okay.
Yeah, it's a run, so they're trying to get rid of the one on the 12-foot as well, but interesting call. I don't mind it, but
Carter Lautner with the straight peel there.
Straight peel. I did like maybe moving that yellow rock, but on the center line, but not a bad call to play the corner guard peel, especially if like they were calling the run, so
yeah,
they were gonna get. It was essentially a double, just came a little bit wide.
Then we got William Butler here now, throwing for Team Davies.
Yeah, just a quick little tap, a little wobble, but I think he saved it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with the wobble.
So am I, to be honest. You need one at provincials just to prove that you're not always balanced, to keep you on your toes.
You just got to get good at recovering from the wobble, and then you don't worry about it when it happens.
I agree. Great shot.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Nice tap.
Really, really nice shot. The double's there now. So
that's
Daylan
a hard.
will play that.
But the rock that was raised there by Butler is a tough rock to get rid of at this moment. I don't even think you can.
Yeah.
Actually, probably the only way you could do it is by playing the in off the other yellow, but you wouldn't do that now. It would just.
No, for sure not. But that's a tough rock. I think Daylan's probably going to be looking at the force now, which is totally fine.
And
no mistake on that double.
No.
Double and rolled far enough out that I don't think that rock's going to really come into play. Maybe like you said, just on a crazy in-off if Daylan has the opportunity, but Team Davies is going to freeze another one in there. The biggest thing is you don't want to come up heavy now. You don't want to move anything sitting in the back. If you're light and Daylan has a peel, he'll probably just take it instead of running it into the middle there. So sort of a risk-free draw chance that you can come up light on. And it looks like Team Davies knew that because they are coming up a little bit light on this.
And it's just going to be a biting 12-foot. Does act as a guard.
Yeah. Now, Dan, if you were Team Vavrek, are you peeling that yellow? Or are
Yes.
you lobbing one top 4?
No, I'm getting rid of that yellow.
Fine. Okay.
What are you doing?
If I were honest with you, I'd probably lob one top 4, and the force is looking like superb. All of a sudden, Team Davies has to make a play on your rock, and it's a little bit more like they're chasing you, but you do have to be pretty precise with that draw. They just have been making them so much. I would maybe gear down from hitting. And just I'm aware, is yellow shot? Yeah, it looks like they are.
Yeah, I would. I don't know if we can get a zoom in on that, but it looks like yellow.
Yeah, I would agree. So they decided to play into, I believe, the yellow to move some things around. I don't mind the shot call. It's to me, I think it's riskier to throw it into the yellow and risk it jamming and both those yellows staying versus just drawing in there. But I don't mind it. If he makes it, it's great shot. And that's a great shot.
Yeah, that is a good shot. Yeah.
And I know we're supposed to choose a moment of the game, but that might be the moment of the game. I know it's like very minor in the grand scheme of things, but I think that actually just went from Davies getting a potential for a bigger end to now. I think the max they get is 2.
Yeah, and which you're fine if you're Vavrek, your Team Vavrek, you're thinking, okay, giving up 2 is definitely okay here. You don't want to bring a 3 into play, and that shot, even though you might be looking at it, well, yellow's still shot. They're still they got some backing there, but that kind of, by removing that one red rock that was behind it, you kind of take 3 out of play here. Like Vavrek would have to have a pretty big miss for a 3 to come into play here.
I agree. And just a little audible by Team Davies. They were meaning to come around that sort of like far corner stagger, but threw it a bit heavy and decided to sweep it for it to hit that red that was sitting on the side of the 4-foot there. It's a great shot because if I'm honest with you, I don't see any double. And the yellow might jam if it's not hit correctly with the one in the back.
Right.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Overhead angle might tell us more, but looks like the pick out isn't as easy as you might think. Dan, what do you think you would do here?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to remove a yellow rock. You could just remove the one that's on the side there.
Yeah. I would agree. I think you could nose it even. Like, you could nose the one on the side and get rid of your red as well, and it's not a bad outcome. I don't know if I like the little flop. I think it'll sit above T if it flops a little bit with the right weight. So if that's the case, I really like that. But I don't know if I like making a play on the one on the button right now.
So let's see here. What if you... Okay, I know you don't get a double by doing this, but if you tried to imagine that red rock that's on the back of the 4 foot. Imagine that's not there and you were trying to double those yellows. Throw that same double. You're going to end up removing the yellow rock, and you remove the yellow rock, you remove the red rock that's on the back, and then you go into the yellow rock that's on the side. You leave the yellow rock that's on the pin right now, but it's got no backing anymore.
Yeah. I like the shot. I don't mind it. I like the one they're calling though, like way less risky. If you make the shot you call, it's great. But
Yeah.
if you don't make it and you hit it a bit thick and all of a sudden you've jammed and you leave 2 yellow rocks in the rings, then a 3 is in play when it hasn't been in play. It's tough, and I hate to call it out, but the rocks that are actually the ones saving Team Davies are the rocks Team Vavrek threw.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So they went the simple route.
They did, and I don't mind that. I don't even mind that it rolled to the back 12 there.
I think it rolled to a spot that it's not going to hurt them. It's not.
Yeah. I would agree, and Team Davies has now a decision to make. They can either sit sort of wide open on the 12 foot, or they can maybe make a play on the center line rocks. I think they're gonna sit wide open on the 12 foot just to be second shot. Then if I were Team Vavrek, I'd maybe just hit the open one and roll. It depends where this goes. If it's back tee, then maybe not. If it's not shot, then definitely not. But if it's perfect tee line, I'd maybe just throw a peel and roll. Either way, it's looking like a 2 for Team Davies right now.
And I heard a curse word coming from sheet C, and as I look over, Lushak is down 3 to molding and has a shot for 3 right now. So there was a miss there that prompted that.
Ooh, juicy.
Yeah.
Oh no, not a single sweeper on this one.
Yeah. And when the sweepers sort of stop there, it's not a good sign.
I would agree. All right.
And Lushak, just to follow up on that shot, they've got 2 for sure. Looks like not sure. They got at least 2. It looks like it was just 2, so they've pulled within 1 of molding.
Yeah, Team Molding got a little bit lucky there. Just over curled. I just watched it to get 2 and not 3. It was just a nose hit for 3, so nothing too hard. All right, let's see if Daylan can do it. Looks like a clean the whole way. Maybe a little bit of a sweep, but pretty automatic.
That's gonna be 3. I sitting 3 and just gotta try and take your 1 here.
Yeah, a little bit of a heartbreaker. Looked like 2 most of the end, and just got caught on the wings there. On the arena ice, the wings speed up so much compared to the middle, and sometimes you just get caught when you haven't played it too often. And unfortunately, Zach hadn't thrown, I think, to the wings all game. Just got a bit caught with that.
Here we go with the open hit and stick.
Yeah, and it looks like a clean, maybe a little bit of a sweep, but it looks pretty good. No mistake there.
And there we go. Davies gets forced to one to pull within 3. Vavrek will take a 3-point lead as we head into end number 8 here in round 1 of the Alberta Men's Championship.
Driftford Brewery, Esquimalt, crafting world-class beer since 2008. This is where beer is made. With care, intention, and respect for the process, every batch reflects the place we're from and the standards we hold ourselves to. And this is where it's enjoyed. Our tasting room, offering a rotating lineup of West Coast favorites and seasonal releases, right here in Esquimalt. Paired with Thai-inspired food from Dumpling Drop, we're open 7 days a week. Driftford Brewery, great beer, confidently made. Cheers.
Down 3. Yeah.
And we're back. We should see, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, we should see the stacked centerline guards. This one ended up being right sort of in the middle, which is always, I think, a fear as a lead is to lob your first stack guard just right in the middle of the guard zone because it's going to be a tough.
We should, but we did. Shot. We do have one of Davies' rocks already in the corner there, and as I was scanning the scoreboards, I missed to see how that got there. I don't know if that slid into the rings and then was hit out. So I apologize that I don't have that information, but regardless, you're absolutely right. They are gonna have to play that. They're gonna need a lot of guards here, Davies. I don't think we're gonna see any calls for hits until maybe Davies gets up to throw.
I agree, and that is. I know it doesn't seem like it, and I know I sort of said it last night too, but to lob your rock in the back pin as a lead when you know that we can't give up a steal is tough. It's probably the worst place to put it, even though it's so close to the button for Evan on that shot. Team Davies is going to have a chance to put up another guard, but if all else fails and they only have one guard up, they can now make the perfect freeze and sit shot rock, and it'll be hard for Daylan to remove.
Mm-hmm.
This one's just going to sink into the rings. Don't think it'll matter anymore. We'll see if Daylan goes for a double peel or just the single. Looks like just the single. Oh! No, talked into the single above. Still a good call.
And I'm just noticing from my vantage point that we have an umpire parked on a different sheet, standing at the hog line. I'm not sure exactly which one he's watching, but we do have, we've gone away from the sensors on the handles and gone old school, where the umpires are just watching. And sometimes they see something on their own. Sometimes somebody asks them to come have a look.
Yeah, I think at this provincial stand, they've been asked to watch the hog lines more closely right from the get-go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think they're taking some initiatives to do it without necessarily being asked.
mhm. What do you think of that? Have you ever had a rock pulled by an umpire?
Not for a hogline violation. I have not. I'm usually one of those. I probably need to be holding onto the rock a little longer than I am. I'm usually nowhere near it. That's kind of the joke. Like, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I've personally never seen a rock pulled by an ump before.
Yeah.
By the lights, for sure, I've seen them pulled, but by an ump, never. So it'll be fun if it happens. It's bold to call. Your full rock has to be over the hog line for a hog line violation, actually. So
I would, if I was an ump, I would have to be 100% certain that you were over that. And I know sometimes people look over and then you kind of look at it on a replay and it's like, well, no, their hand was actually off it. They just were kind of hovering over that handle a little bit as the rock came over. And, it comes down to opinion. I don't think it's the intent of it is meant to be to the millimeter. I think it's what we don't want. We don't want people sliding with half their body over the hog line and stuff. And you do want to keep people honest. And sometimes just having that umpire stand there makes people say, oh yeah, I better be careful here. I probably was pushing my luck a little bit there.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I use the hog line as an estimate as well, Dan. So
yeah.
No, I don't mind the umpires being there just to make sure. But I agree, you'd have to be 100% sure, and it's quite tricky to tell.
Yeah. And that's what I think that's what we just don't want to see is those obvious repeated obvious violations.
Yeah.
Like, okay, come on. Like at some point you do have to draw a line, and we have one called the hog line. So
exactly.
That's what it's there for, right? So
I agree.
And here we are. Davies trying to come around here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if the umps call any sweeping violations with this new rule. I know right immediately Ashton texted me to tell me that it is like in effect right now and world officials can call it at any world event. So usually what happens is it trickles down to Curling Canada like pretty immediate as well.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that's going to be in place at all nationals. I don't know whether they're going to do something here at this provincial.
Yeah. We were seeing it yesterday.
Yeah.
So
you and I had a bit of a talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting if it continues or not. I'll say probably not, to be honest. Most of the Alberta players are pretty up to date on the rules.
Well, and the other thing is you have to the umpires have to sort of be taught how to call it,
Yeah.
And some of them are sitting here, okay, like, hey, you've just, like you're now asking me to make a judgment call on
I agree.
this, and it's kind of a little unfair on them too. So, yeah.
I agree with you. All right, are we seeing another guard come into play on this one, Dan, or are we going to see a freeze now?
We're down.
I think it was a guard call, but do you like the freeze or no? Wait, one more rock.
I kind of like the freeze. I mean, then he's going to attempt a double. You're trying to steal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind the guard. Like, I think that's totally okay, and just know that like Daylan's not gonna miss the peel. He's gonna make it, and you wasted a stone. But
does Daylan have to peel, or can he just draw around and go top button?
He could draw around and go top button too. He just better make it. Whereas the freeze is, we'll see. It's really tough to, I think, get shot rock and not tap a little bit, and then Daylan can just throw a pick out for slash like a
Definitely not guard here.
no. It's sort of stuck in the middle, unfortunately.
Yeah, and in betweener.
Yeah, which leaves a pretty easy double if Daylan wants it. It's not gonna jam, but maybe he doesn't want it. Totally fine. They're just checking to see who's second shot. If I were a betting woman, I'd think it's yellow at the top, but I know the camera angle isn't perfect.
It looks like yellow.
I just don't know if it matters that much, but maybe it does.
Well, I think the only thing he is concerned about could be if that yellow did spin back onto the red. But yeah, he still he's got a hammer, so it's not a big deal.
I would agree. Yeah, and they can get shot just with the freeze, but with where that rock is, Daylan will still have a pick out to get rid of Team Davies stones, and they're gonna have to tap it just a shade, I think, 9 times out of 10 to get the best opportunity at a steal. But Daylan's opting to draw.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
looking
know
at
if
this,
I love.
it looks like yellow is clearly second shot in that zoom in there. So thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if I love the draw. Do you like the draw?
I don't mind it. You make it, and as long as you don't allow a clean straight raise on the red, which I mean even right now, or sorry, on the yellow, which even right now is pretty difficult. What is Davies going to do?
Well, they have both taps. And I know they're
But it
hard
would always
shots.
it's always going to be for one. You're always possibly facing one on your last one.
I agree. You really want to score here, though. And even if you score one, that's okay. They are sweeping it. It looks close to maybe a shade light, but I think it's close. Ooh, maybe overswept just a shade. All right. Team Davies is going to have a choice. That double is there. It's going to be a force if they double. Like, let's be honest. Daylan's going to have an open hit to score. Or they can play a little tap up. I don't mind where Daylan's rock ended up. He'll have something on his last, even if it's like a very thin slash. But that's sort of the risk with the draw is that tap is now there, and they can even hit it a shade higher than what they need to, and it's always going to go back to the button. There's definitely some options with this shot to be in a steal position. Whereas if he just doubled or even played the single peel on that yellow, the steal was looking very unlikely.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about it a fair bit here. Do a little. I don't know if they called their timeout yet this game. I don't think they have, right? So
no,
but looks like they figured something out here.
Yeah.
Over on sheet D, DeSkiffert is up for playing the ninth end, and they're sitting for at the moment. So Miller's in pretty tough here.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then team, I think Team Molding also scored 1 in the 7th. So,
no, that's the, pardon me, that's the end. They gave up 2 to.
Oh, I see. Sorry, my bad.
Lushak almost had 3 there. So they are up 1 with
Up
hammer.
1.
Playing the 8th end. I don't have quite a great view to see who's looks like they're sitting 2. And here we have Zach Davies here attempting a shot. Really, this is to stay in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if he misses this,
it's looking really close, Dan. Really, really close. They maybe
Crossface raise to the
perfect shot.
pin. Hey, great shot to stay alive.
Great shot.
And now Daylan Vavrek is considering running one of Davies' rocks back, which you're a little off on that, and could be quite problematic.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's a hole there. But definitely that's why I didn't like the draw on Daylan's
Right.
first. I know Zach had to make it perfect, and I know it was a hard shot, and Zach did a great job making it perfect. But if the rock's not there, Zach can't do that. So
They're going to spend some time lining up these angles here. I mean, it's just really whether you're comfortable throwing it, because the only way you give up 2 is by running a yellow rock in.
yeah, and the only other shot I see is through the port. He could play peel at it as well and get 2, hit what he can see, but way harder
Yeah.
shot, like exceptionally harder. Just less risky.
Yeah.
I like this shot call though. If he makes it, it's for 3 and probably the win. And probably moment of the game.
Yeah.
So, a lot on the line with this one.
Oh yeah. Skrillex moment of the game. That's always a high honor.
All right, does he make it, Dan? Now it's time to place our bets. I would say yes after that throw, but
you can't be low side on this.
Well, you can be. Oh,
gives up the
just a steal there.
Steal a 1. So Davies hangs on, pulls within 2 with 2 ends to go here in this opening round of the Alberta Provincial Championships.
Thanks, Dan. We'll be back after the break.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I thought purpose had to be big, like changing the world. But then there's the little things, like fueling someone's car before an early shift, or helping someone find the perfect bottle to toast a special occasion, making sure the shelves are full so a family can cook dinner, so those kids can have their favorite treats. Like giving back, like making everyone's day just a bit better. Maybe that's exactly our purpose.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting 10-fold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
RME playing on that?
And yeah.
Oh, we're back. Hello.
And we're back.
We're back.
Gossiping about the next draw, but we're back.
Trying to figure stuff out what's next, but we are focused on what's happening here today. Of course, Davies throws up the centerline guard after the steal there, and he's probably just gonna try and steal his way to a victory here.
I agree with you. Yeah, there should be 2 guards going up now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, sort of the rock that haunted them, which I hate to say it for Vavrek, was that rock that Evan threw back pin, unfortunately.
Yeah. Did eventually come back. You got to be patient in those kind of ends, and yeah, Davies was and got the reward there. As we head into these final 2 ends, our game is the one that's kind of behind the rest here, but everybody is in the 8th end now. Over on sheet B, we have Slaczynski playing Hammond. Slaczynski is up 1, up 5-4 without hammer, playing the 9th end here. Molding and Lushak. Molding is up 2. Lushak has hammer as they play the 9th end. And the DeSkiffert and Miller game. Yeah, DeSkiffert is up 4 without hammer. A lot of rocks in play there. It looks like DeSkiffert's sitting 3. It's not looking good for Miller at this moment on that sheet and 9 there. And we saw the 2 guards come up there from Davies, and Vavrek throws a second one in, and that one goes back 8 foot.
Mm-hmm.
So they're creating some opportunity here for Davies by playing it like that.
They are, yeah. Evan just couldn't quite get set up for his 2 rocks at lead, and it sort of cracked the door open for Davies now to set up for a steal. They're going to need a good double peel, maybe even a couple double peels to get out of this one. But they're just lightly cleaning this one. This one might be heavy as well. Might just be getting tricked on the ice. They're trying to knife it. Oh, it's not too heavy.
No, it's pretty good outcome there. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Daylan's going to be trying to make some double peels happen with Mr. Carter Lautner. Doesn't look like they made contact on that one yet.
Yeah, just the one.
Just the one. And Team Davies is going to have the chance to put up another guard. If the setup stays the same, and I hate to say it, I hope that's not the case for Team Vavrek, but if the setup stays the same and no double peel is made, Team Davies could, with this setup, try to steal 2. So we shall see.
Yeah.
Nothing on this one yet. It looks like it's
starting to sweep it now. Yep.
Not too bad. It really needs to curl. A bit heavy, so they've just opted to play the audible and go around.
And they got their looks like full 8 foot out of this, so or just not quite full 8. So.
A little bit of a mistake though. Not second shot. Daylan has a bit of an out now.
Not second shot, but
he's still gonna need to try to make a double happen.
All right, and we do have a result. Sheet D, DeSkiffert has defeated Miller. Miller has conceded the game there. And of course, on that DeSkiffert team playing third is Abby DeSormo. I'd like to make that clear.
Got the name right this time.
Yeah.
Just missed that double. A little bit of an oversweep on that one, giving Davies a chance to put up another guard. Pretty good. Can't get much better than that. And Daylan's going to have a bit of a decision to make. He could just play the straight run, but it's a bit risky if he misses. I don't like removing that red rock. just yet. I know
Yeah.
you could double peel it, but it's sort of their saving grace if this end keeps going the way it's going.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, Vavrek doesn't want to create a situation where he could be looking at giving up 2 here.
Exactly.
They want to score, but don't want to give up 2.
Yeah, I agree. And another guard goes up. I think at this point, Daylan's just hoping that the guards aren't perfect.
Ronan Peterson with the guard attempt here.
Looks pretty good. Just a clean.
Yeah. Nogler and Butler are just monitoring it. They seem pretty happy with it.
Yeah. Keeping their energy in store. Just a light clean. All right. If you're Daylan Vavrek, are you playing the run back now or are you just peeling?
Yeah, let's see. We got 3 rocks to come.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be reasonable. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't mind his shot
Yeah.
call. I actually like it. Just play the run. Maybe I think
Or are
they're
they
playing a
slashing
peel.
the red? They're slashing the red in? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're playing peel, but maybe you play like normal and try to stick your shooter as well, just like as an in-off attempt. They have an in-off though, so it's not like the worst to roll out. This was quite a big set. So we'll see.
Trying to
Looks
get it to
really
curl.
close.
Might hit the top of that, and yeah, got it. All right.
Pretty good.
Essentially, just replace that yellow rock with a red one, and
yeah, would have been nice to roll a bit more open, but
yeah. I think they have enough to have access on it though. On that side, you'd have to play it with a quieter weight, but you do have access to that to do the red yellow.
Yep, I agree. And if not, you have that in-off in the corner there for 3 right now. Open up the game. Just kidding. Probably don't play that, but it's there. But Team Davies also has a chance to sit 2 and really, really look like a steal of 2 is in play.
Yeah.
It's a bit scary if you're Daylan.
Yeah, you're 1 shot away from ending the game, and now you're potentially a shot away from being tied.
Yeah, you're very much in it. But hey, tied with Hammer coming home, not a bad place to be, even if that is the case in the end, but crazy way to get there. Team Davies likes it. They're just curling it now, but looks pretty good.
A little tap, and they're going to sit 2.
Yeah. They're going to try to play the run double there on it, I think. They'll just like run, hit the red. Maybe they don't even try the yellow. I don't know.
I'm not sure what they have there on that red.
Second half of January for me, really.
Oh, sorry. We're just getting some mic feedback, maybe. But yeah, I like the shot call. I don't mind it at all. He needs to clear the front somehow. Otherwise, I know it's crazy, but if they do nothing, a steal of 3 is very much in play.
Yeah.
Which is like less than ideal.
All right, here's some big weight.
Yeah.
I think we're going to end up with a straight peel here.
We are ending up with a straight peel. I don't think that's terrible. Straight peel isn't bad. Team Davies will put up a guard and it has to be perfect. And if nothing else, Daylan's going to have a draw to the button for his 1. Harder shot than he probably anticipated having to throw. But if I looked at that setup that Evan put up at the lead position, I would maybe be thinking I have a draw to the pin on my last at that point as well. I know it's crazy to think that, but when you're guarding or you're trying to defend against the steel, the most important rocks are actually your lead stones. Team Davies does have to be pretty perfect on this. I think if Daylan can see the yellow at all, he'll probably just pick it and give them a steal of 1, go up 1 with hammer in the last end.
Right.
And if he can see enough of that red, then he'll also play the run at it. Just try to limit some damage, but sounds like they like it.
Yeah,
really
we got
curling.
Nogler and Butler here trying to place this perfectly.
It is really moving. And I think Daylan maybe got out of this end. Not yet, but
yeah,
he's gonna have a double.
Yeah. They overcurled that one a little bit, and now.
Oh, maybe they're not seeing the double. Maybe I'm wrong. It's really tight to that red. Fair enough.
Yeah, the double might just be there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you don't want to play it close to that red. Close to that red.
You got to make sure you get the one out, and then over. We see there over on sheet B, Sachinsky took 1 point to go up 2 as they are about to start the 10th end there, 10th and final end. So Hammond will be down 2 with. We just saw a flash out of molding on sheet C, and that's going to give Lushak a free draw for 2 to tie it up. We'll see if he makes that, as we see the as we are about to end the 9th end here. What was that final?
Yeah, and Team Davies just got another steal. So now
another steal,
going into the 10th, 5-4, Vavrek with hammer.
5-4, Vavrek with hammer. 2 steals in a row from Davies in this opening round of the Alberta Championships.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
All right, and we're back in the 10th end here. Team Davies is making the comeback, maybe of their lives. And the 4-ball curse is helping them out a little bit.
So we did get the centerline guard from Team Davies.
Yeah, centerline guard, but
yeah,
that is a way better first rock by Evan. Like,
yes, it did come
exceptionally
around.
better.
And Adam is being asked to put up another guard.
It's looking like this one needs to curl a hair, but pretty good.
It's going to be a nice high one. They should have some good separation on that.
Yeah.
There you go. And
All right,
Evan being asked to come around again.
Yeah, let's see if he can do it. Evan just dyed his hair. It looks great. So I'm loving it. Looks so good. Nice work, Evan.
So a funny story here, you know, sometimes there's a lot of policies with regarding cresting at these events and such. And for whatever reason, the Team Vavrek didn't receive their crest until the last minute. And Evan had a sewing machine here yesterday. He was sewing the team crest on. A lot of teams resort to two-sided tape when it kind of comes down to the last minute, but he had a full-on sewing machine up in the Okotoks lounge, and he sewed those crests on that they're wearing on their right chest, those Alberta logos, as he makes a great draw to the forefoot there.
Yeah, excellent draw to the forefoot. Now Team Davies has some work to do, and I'm gonna have to hire Evan to sew on our patches. Last year we got our crests quite late as well, and we resorted to double-sided tape. I actually always resort to double-sided tape. I'm not a good sewer, so no need to attempt to sew.
And like Evan doesn't live nearby. Like he traveled with that thing.
Desperate times, Dan. All right, we're gonna see a double peel attempt by Carter Lautner. Single peel is all good here. They're set up pretty well.
They can go one at a time right now.
Yeah. And
Davies on the previous shot, Davies did make a nice little bump there to sit second shot.
Yeah, about as good as you can make it. Yeah, and another guard. It's going to be a pretty repetitive end. These last ends, the strategy's always the same. It's nice. It's nice for me. No thinking, just lobbing guards or peeling guards. No mistake there. Just easy peasy. It will set up a double peel attempt. That's a little bit easier. It slid a bit farther than I thought, actually.
Yeah.
They were pretty nonchalant with how far it was going. It could, and I hate to say it, if they do double peel, it's probably running straight back onto that, has the potential to run straight back onto that yellow, which would be maybe not the best outcome.
No.
But there's lots of chances where it won't. But it's looking like it will. Maybe I jinxed it.
Oh,
good.
Double peel. Oh yeah, good shot.
Perfect. Yeah. Great shot.
Another guard. I think we're gonna see a lot of guards here for a while.
Yep. I agree with you. It did block off with staying around. It did block off that side, the outturn draw path for Daylan. If it comes down to that. It's looking like it won't come down to a draw, but just with where that peel rolled. Great guard.
And if we just look at the clocks here, Team Vavrek has just over 3 minutes. Team Davies has 2 minutes, 23 seconds. Can't see Vavrek should be okay on time. Davies definitely has enough time to play the end, but there could be sometimes because of the situation they're in, there could easily end up being some lengthy discussions. Of course, they haven't used their timeout yet.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, guard gone. Now that outturn draws back and open. No big deal.
And here's the timeout.
All right, Dan, what do you like on this shot? Thirds first, I think? Sort of early to be calling a timeout. I think it's probably just the guard.
I don't know. Do you ever freeze to the back one?
I don't think, I mean, maybe. I don't, I think you have to bet that Daylan can make a draw to the 4-foot to win the game. But maybe I'm wrong.
So if you think that there's a greater than 95% chance that they're going to make the peel on your guard, is the guard the best shot? I don't know.
Just to waste some rocks, just to waste another rock. I think like what you really have to think about is, you're going to be moving that red rock in the 4-foot.
Yeah.
You have to move it, and it's just how many chances you're going to give Team Vavrek at a double to get rid of both of your rocks and cleared out the house. I think that's more the question is how many chances you're going to give. I like giving Daylan like one chance at it. And if he misses the double, great. But
they're talking about making a move play there now.
Yeah, it's totally fair. Totally fair. If you line it up right, it'll jam. Which is fine. I also like this tap maybe will give Team Davies the opportunity to at least look at stealing 2 if they tap it perfectly, which I don't mind. I'd love to make a skip look at the loss when throwing.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's thirds last, I think. So
this is, yes.
Yeah, so not terrible. And it looks really close.
They're close, but they don't want to set up a double when they do this. Gotta watch the line on that.
Okay.
I think they did. I think the double is, like I think that misses the red. They needed that rock to curl just a tiny bit more.
Yeah, that was the risk. Always. With this, if Daylan, I think, wants to like just off nose, like just a little bit low. If I were Daylan, I'd maybe throw the other turn and try to roll a bit more, but either one is good.
I think he's gonna leave that shooter there.
Yeah, it's left there.
Yeah, and now is that just a little? Is that rock behind the pin, or is it still got a piece of the pin there?
It has a piece of the pin. They'll have to move it just a shade, though. Like
so they got to bump it like
move it at
centimeters. A couple of
yeah,
centimeters,
like
probably.
I think like a few inches.
Okay.
But they definitely can. I hated leaving that rock there. I wish they had thrown the other turn at that.
Yeah. Well, I think you could have hit like just a fat half of that rock and still made that double.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So if, in fairness, like fair enough, they could have played that turn and just hit it a bit thinner, but this is
I see what you're saying though. When you throw the other turn, then you're relying on your sweepers to hold it straight rather than trying to get them to throw it to get it to curl,
Yeah, and you just get more movement.
Yeah.
Just get more movement on the roll. But that's okay. It's okay. It's not terrible. Daylan just might have to make a little bit of a harder shot to win the game.
This isn't a give me. This
No,
is a
exactly.
big shot here coming up by Zach Davies.
And he doesn't
Meet.
have to move it yet. I should really like
Yeah.
say that as well, is he probably is looking for the straight freeze,
Yeah.
and he can move it on his next one and have a which we said have a chance at stealing 2 if Daylan misses his first. Really great shot. Not shot rock.
Nice shot.
Not shot rock, but oh, I don't think it's shot, but maybe they do.
Oh, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, me either.
Looks like there may have been somebody said something about sweeping, or I don't know.
Oh.
Was there
okay.
a burn? Was there a?
Oh. Oh God.
Yeah, somebody burnt a rock.
Oh man, that is really unfortunate.
I don't know if we have a replay of when that might have occurred. I feel like it probably happened
at the very end.
Well, it must have happened at the end because they would have pulled it if it happened sooner.
Yeah, and now
But
Daylan is going to draw to the pin totally. Wow. What a different
yeah,
outcome.
that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Really unfortunate. That's a heartbreaker.
But when you're sweeping hard and you're trying to stay as close to the rock as you can to make it as effective as possible, sometimes you're going to have a slightest little yip and you touch the rock and.
Yep. Yeah, and I should point out this because a lot of fans don't know that in the rule books, when you burn a rock between the hog lines, after the hog lines, anytime, and it's not at an advantage for the other team to burn your rock, it has to be removed from play. That decision got taken away from when skips and thirds used to make it. And sort of, yeah, now it's just the rock is gone. If you burnt it and it doesn't help the other team out, the rock is removed automatically. Just so people aren't looking at Daylan thinking that maybe he's a bad guy for removing a rock. Like, that's just the cold hard rule now.
Yeah. Yeah. That might not be the rule in your rec league. You might say, that's okay. You touched it. I'll probably burn one somewhere down the road and keep that in mind. Or I'll let you keep that one if you buy me a beer. But it's this is at this level. Yeah, it's
just automatically taken away.
It's the way it goes. You're not supposed to touch the rock, and that's what anyone who's a sweeper does. And we got a spinner coming here.
I love it. Okay, let's see. It looks close. The sweepers like it. Maybe curling it, but it should get there on its own.
These are a lot trickier to judge once you.
It looks really close.
He's close.
He is really close. I think it's going to bounce off too far, but
no.
Really close.
And it is right. It was close. It was a good try. All right, so we have a final. Vavrek defeats Davies. Does not have to throw his last rock. They'll advance. Vavrek will advance to round 2 on the A side, and Davies is dropping down to the B side. Of course, this is a triple knockout until we get to 4 teams that have a page. And just a quick review here of the scores. As we said, DeSkiffert defeated Miller earlier. We have in the Sachinsky and Hammond game, they are coming down to the final stones there right now. Sachinsky is that's still anyone's game here. And over to Molding, we got a tie game. Molding versus Lucia, tie game. And Molding has to, what's he got to do there? Looks like he's got to draw the button for the win.
All right.
Or do a little tap back. But
awesome. All right, thanks, Dan. And
All right,
everybody
thanks.
can
And I
tune
guess
in
you're
to
going to
the
be
other live
you'll be
streams.
back on the afternoon stream where we got a game going at 1:30 and 6:30. If you're in the greater Okotoks area, please consider coming by.
Yep. Yep, I'll be back. Awesome.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks. Take care.